Whether you think it's the door to enlightenment or just a way to lower your blood pressure, meditation isn't just for religious folks. Anyone can feel the benefits. But what's behind those benefits? When we take a peek into the brain, we realize it's actually quite a mystery.
Think about the brain as a muscle. If you go and you lift weights, what happens? Your muscle gets physically thicker and you get functionally stronger. You can lift more things. Well, the brain's sort of the same way. The more you do a practice like meditation or prayer, your brain physically gets thicker and it functionally works better. I'm Andrew Newberg, and I study neurotheology, which basically is the study of the relationship between our brain and our religious and spiritual beliefs.
In his lab, Dr. Newberg has studied Buddhist monks, Sufi practitioners, Muslim meditators, Franciscan nuns, and even Pentecostal glossalists, aka tongue speakers. Right when they reach the climax of their meditative state, he takes a snapshot of their brain. Because MRIs are a little too loud for meditation, he uses SPECT imaging.
Single photon emission computed tomography. SPECT stands for Single Photon Emission Computed Tomography.
It's a less distracting imaging technique that causes the active parts of the brain to fluoresce. Mostly, the results were what you'd expect. Concentration and language centers light up, while the parietal lobe, which connects you to where your body is in space, shuts down. But then, a surprise and a mystery.
The thalamus.
The thalamus is a very key structure. It takes a lot of the sensory information that comes in from the outside world, particularly vision and what we hear.
When you're in a dark, quiet room with your eyes closed, meditating, you'd expect this sensory hub to go silent.
But what we actually see is just the opposite. It looks like the thalamus generally becomes more active.
How is this possible? Where's all this new sensory input coming from? Could this be proof of a profound connection between the psyche and a higher power?
We don't know. What it does prove is that these practices really do change your brain.
Let's get an expert meditator's take on this.
Everything cool?
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, we're ready.
Hi, when I'm meditating consistently, my brain is quieter, and I feel like I'm more able to just handle whatever comes my way.
Meditation can improve concentration, lower levels of depression and anxiety, and generally make you more even-keeled.
Meditation can happen anywhere. You can just sit on a couch or a chair with your back supported and your head free, so that you can just focus on your breathing.
There are lots of different ways to meditate, but most meditators find these practices helpful. Get comfortable in a quiet place. Turn off distractions like your phone and other electronics. Focus on your breath, repeating and counting through a consistent pattern. As your practice improves, you can gradually meditate for longer and longer periods of time. How do you like to meditate?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, for me personally, it can happen in lots of different ways.
Try practicing mindfulness whenever and wherever you are.
Instead of just having your cup of coffee, imagine the coffee beans being picked at their peak of plump ripeness, being roasted, pouring it in with this wonderful water, and then have that cup of coffee. And now suddenly your morning becomes a whole different kind of experience for you, and you're not just going through this in this mindless kind of way.
The payoff could be life-changing. Meditation is more than just a tool to de-stress. It can be a way to change your whole outlook on life, the world around you, and maybe even reality itself.